I do think that exactly what you're saying here about that kind of neutered offense is one of the reasons maybe Art isn't the most successful on Inferno compared to the other pieces of Furia. You know, we can expect to see Yuri up in the apartments. We can see, what is it? Vinferno?
Inferno over on B.
Furia, they're not just Art. They are a team beyond him. But he does have a very unique style of Counter-Strike that works out well. Right now he's going to feel up Inferno. And, well, excuse me, Arches. There's nothing here for him. Not at all. Team Liquid, 3 players kerneled B defense.
Well, we've got the right idea. I think Liquid are thinking about the thought that Arch is wide open. Of course, they wouldn't play here right out spawn if they weren't. And this wouldn't be the first time that Art susses out an open archway. But there's still 3 CTs in the B site.
Stewie 2K makes that contact, confirms they're in their spawn. 40 seconds. Furia only now finding a little bit of footwork on the B site. Stewie cannot find himself a headshot. Grim just looking to find an angle around the side of the smoke. He's all that's left over. He does deny the bomb plant, but his 2 other teammates both go down with no kills to their name. And while the knife was pulled out, Elige slipped up from Banana. CZ goes dry. Needs to reload. And at that point, we've got 3 Ts peeking him. Furia will take the first pistol.
They just come up too short. The split is great here. Furia leave one back to stop the rotation through CT spawn, but it seems again like Liquid, they knew the bets they were making for themselves. They rotated down through mid, which is a less common rotation. They played 3 inside B. They were watching from the back of construction because they left Arch open. I think there are a lot of things in place where they felt like this is the setup that they'd like better than to leave someone over at Arch. But it doesn't work out. It's lit Furia to be able to pull the wool over their eyes just a little bit. Maybe make them rethink it the next time that happens. Furia will invest fully, picking up 4 Galils and an AK. Liquid answer back with a buy, but it's not nearly as good. No specific stack on this round. They're rotating liberally right now through A and B. I guess trying to find clues from the offense and adjust accordingly. Elige, eyes at mid, is spotting brackets.
Stewie tagged further. Now sitting not so pretty on 39 HP. Smoke grenades to coffins, and a CT utility that kind of confuses K-Serrato. He decides not to go running through it. Yuri finding Stewie, and Vinny with a quick kill as well. So that minimal threat that was sat back site is dead immediately. And Naf, who was the closest rotate, also gets toppled. Twists Tuck's tail, goes to meet Elige over in the pit, and we will find Furia with 5 players standing as they win their second round.
So in the totality of their head-to-head, the reason Furia pick into Inferno is just because they win it a lot versus Team Liquid. Again, the only reason I find it strange is because there are other maps Furia can pick. They have as good of a map pool as Liquid, of course. They just choose to go here a lot. But yeah, with that most recent loss, it brings things into question. Of course, as the head-to-head has rolled on, Liquid have kind of gotten closer and closer to winning the series, even if they haven't done it very often. But off the pistol and conversion, and not losing a single player on the second round, Furia are in a very comfy spot. And there won't be an investment here. Sui saving, Naf getting ready to purchase the op. But you'd like to see something a bit more interesting here on CT side instead of just playing a 2-3 split with pistols and hoping you win.
Elige gets blinded on his mid-cross. Not going to be able to gather any info. AK's rattling beyond him. He actually finds some damage into Vinny. All right, take what you can get for free. 2 players in the apartments, of course, so Yuri's about to get the contact he wants. Naf has been splattered. A little wall bang meant to find someone on the fallback, but Twists has already got it out beyond the balcony, so far so good for Furia sizing up the brackets.
We'll go back, recollect the bomb, and put eyes on B again. Henny will get the opening. Kill Bad Smoke here in front of CT. That looks like maybe they're trying to play off of it. Henny grabs 2. This looks like a free plant. They'll have to send someone back on a mission. They're just taking care of mid to make sure that nobody has run down it. Yuri, the flank catcher. Was that a horse?
Yes.
You can hear horses on this side of the map?
Apparently.
I didn't know that. What's the animal that you hear at the end of halls?
A dog. A
dog. Just a feral, like a feral dog or some kind of house dog?
Presumably a house dog. It is the apartments. Where is it, though?
We're
That's the question.
It.
Beyond
you
what
need
door?
Someone to activate. Can you hear it when you're just in free cam? That's the question. Prius, find this animal for us. Oh, what's in here? We're not allowed in here, Prius.
Get out!
It's the secret room.
Oh my god. Trying to expose some secrets.
You think Valve put a chair in the door just so that you could go through it?
Just to tease you. That's what Valve does. Just the teasers.
But then, just like Valve, there's nothing on the other side. It's just an empty room.
It's just an empty room with a couch.
And a fridge gif.
And Gaben sitting on it.
Laughing in Dota.
Buy up from Team Liquid. It's time. Op for NAF. M4s across the board, tons of utility. Let's see what they can do, because so far, Furia, hot damn, they haven't lost a single player since 2 died in the pistol. Full conversions with 5 standing in the second and the third. Taking that success from overpass T side and sticking it right into Inferno.
Oh, the banana flambe. Classic exchange of grenades. And different reads on the pressure and setups. A relatively passive position here. Of course, Grim slotting in to B to anchor the site. Kind of a very good player to balance with Stewie. He's just like super good individual skill. Doesn't harm the chemistry of the other team. And Stewie can kind of rotate freely from this position. But man, this setup, I always worry when I see this setup on the CT side. It looks like they have no initiative here, no plans to try to regain control of things, no gamble stack, no information. Okay, they finally come through, actually. That's something, but let's see what the information's worth. Going 4-4 is actually not too bad because of that info. They spot 2 more players at least behind the half wall. They can see what Furia's intentions are, so that's something.
Here comes the execute. NAF, of course, able to take the spot of Coffins. Stewie's going to get deep in dark. Elige already trying to come join them. Art and K Serato have crossed to the little pit. It's Vinny and Yuri still on the other side. And Vinny gets his trade. Elige falling to Vinny as he takes to the top of the box. And Yuri's going to plant from beyond Coffins. Nice op shot from NAF, but he doesn't get the bomb planter, who's just jumped onto the ledge of pit. NAF waits for twists. Neither of these CTs with utility, but there is a kit in play. NAF still waiting. K Serato keeping him locked into the Coffins. I think Twist is kind of the player who's allowed to make a move first and foremost, but he gets bested, as does NAF. Holding it down in the post plant. It's Furia for a 4th.
And in the post plant, you want to give them the edge. You think, of course, they have a small advantage in each of the duels, just holding whatever angle they'd like in some atypical position. And here's a spot where they flash through. It's you know, something you've got to do. I kind of like that Liquid actually go for it. It felt like they did it. It just took a lot of time before they set it up, but they really made sure that Furia, they felt like, would get around the half wall, which was key. But yeah, sending Grim in that early to go 1-for-1 may be a bit risky. However, you got to say, amazing trade by Yuri after Stewie comes out for the first peek with the flash. Rips his head off before he can get back into emo. And that just opens up the map, opens up the round and the site for Furia. So off this 4-0 start, they've got eyes forward on Banana again, looking to take control of the top of it. A little bit of a stack here on CT side with CZs and otherwise upgraded pistols, holding all of their favorite angles. like a decision's been made quite yet, but the bomb will get picked up.
So Stewie and Grim on the oranges. Let's see if these pistols can do anything at all. First one, good for its money. Grim, oh, burnt by Serato. Art's gonna try to find a path through this and back the other direction. Yuri's frag grenade, fantastic.
That was nice.
On the money.
Art goes in, picks up, he drops his gun and runs in to pick up the other gun just to get rid of it. Make sure the CTs have nothing to grab when that smoke comes up, and now they'll turn back towards A.
Where we find Twist. He's going to work into middle. Catches the tail end of it. Does get the head of Henny, but a quick trade from Art to yet again nullify any real chance for Team Liquid. 5-0 for Furia's T-side. Very, very nice.
Been the quickest route to get here, just versus the pistols, one clean rifle round. And now we'll look to see what the adjustment's going to be for Liquid. This is where things get really interesting for them on the CT side. Or we'll see if they'll be scratching their head. But yeah, real good start already. Alige looking for a little bit extra. Happy to take the duels here to top mid. I mean, he's got a lot to lose, so that means Furia are going to come after him, but you could trust him to win a couple of 50-50s. He's definitely done it once or twice in his career. All right, the bomb goes off. Furia instantly on fire, and now we'll see what happens. This is actually such a nice kill from Grim. He got cleaned out so well by Vinny, who's been shooting hot, and then the trade comes through.
Yuri's nade lasts Stewie away, so...
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Yeah, both those B anchors killed by the utility. Very nice. Team Furia on fire. That's exciting, because it happens as fast as humanly possible here on map 2. Op in for Naf. Gonna go for that mid pick, perhaps. Incendiary deep allows for the alt peek, but when they smoke that out, all he knows is somebody could come sprinting through it, not the fact, though. Incendiary from Liquid actually landing in the base of this smoke. Serato will not be scared about challenging through it. But just as quickly as Stewie went over towards the sandbags, he fell back. In fact, both teams kind of vying for control here, taking a bit of a risk, only to give it away. Dangerous game to play, they both realize.
This is a big move, though. Re-smoke, and this is Liquid establishing on banana control. It's nice for them. They can move up. There's still enough utility here to threaten some of these close positions. We see the 2 Molotovs left over. And Henny somehow kills Grim through the smoke in the back. This leaves Stewie in a very precarious spot. If he knew that the smoke had a few more seconds on it, he might peel back in this spot. Art's going to come clear him out. The crouch peek is punished. The bomb left in his vision, but Vinny comes through with the most important trade. However, Alige answers back with two. We're into the mid-round. And they're coming fast over towards B. It's going to be a free plant. They're probably not going to be able to punish this. This is going to be difficult with the op on Naf.
It's also got a smoke to work with. Molotov thrown down. That gets Twists into construction. Naf's going to have to wait it out. Henny, he's going to play the small pit and leave Yuri to hit them from banana. There's a gap in this, a path for Naf to take, and he runs off with a flash. Oh, Henny blinded, hits the headshot. Twist trades it. Time is ticking, and Twist trying to find the bomb now, realizing he's standing on it. A delayed peek from Yuri wins the round, and Furia 6 in a row.
Yeah, nice read, and it looks like Yuri's going to punish him on the exit. Oh my god, it's actually maybe going to get Yuri killed. Oh, they both die in this round, obviously favoring Furia, who have the economy to back around loss like that.
If it wasn't for Alige on the top of banana, things don't look nearly as winnable for Liquid, but this is how it started.
Fortunately, that's just the variance you have to account for. That's why we have MR16. That's why we have, 15-round halves, just for situations like that. It's going to happen sometimes. At this point, it's Henny. Basically, he understands the blueprint of banana, how it's laid out, exactly where people are going to be. There's a lot of luck involved in getting the shot, but he's aiming. He knows he's aiming at the right spot. So it created a very tenuous moment there for Stewie to try to get a miraculous 2K. But it happened at such a time he couldn't fall back from that position. Oh, Stewie, he's rewarded with an opportunity on this round. This semi-aggressive peek, but this is going to activate Art. They know the op is stuck here on A. This is going to force Stewie to be very, very uncomfortable.
Furia basically just picking their poison. Solo op or the 3 pistols on the B site. And Stewie, he's just going to get pummeled, barraged, and absolutely dismantled. This is a 7th round for Furia, dude. This T side shows no weak points.
Yeah, it's amazing. Can we see... I want to see if Art was tapping through that wall into Stewie. He could see his scope barrel, and Stewie was just actively ignoring him. And it felt like Art was just taking that time to just not even spray, just literally tap through. But not sure if that's the case. Just looked like a couple of good headshots. Fury, he'll get stopped on the stairs. That's an AK FedEx delivered over to him. He'll run away with that one.
A close couple of kills between Art and Vinny, but so far just the one. Queserado's going to keep it that way, despite being incredibly low himself.
Oh, go tap the bomb.
Yeah, go scare him. Bring him back.
Oh, he's a little bit too far, isn't he? Oh, just trying to get the pit kills.
Not going to happen for Naf, but he does still have the backs of them turned. However, bomb is his burden. 7-0 for Furia. Everybody pulling their weight here. It's 6 or 5 kills on every single player of Furia. Elige was looking to ride Grim to the top of Banana.
I just went for the second burst. Yeah, that's a punishment. It's tough. Stewie in that spot, he's pretty screwed. Brave of them to just attack forward on the A side. They had to make a read that there weren't 2 pistols to support, but they had the correct read. And then we go back to Banana antics.
Elige gonna waste no time. Not sticking around at the car.
They send in the seals.
Yeah.
They need an upgrade.
Strike Force Elige. Art's on the other side of this. Once this smoke fades, Vinny's gonna come in, and he goes down. Elige swapping weapons, immediately ejects, gets the second kill as Henny shoots through it. There is an M249 in play. There is an M249 in play. Harry Russell's favorite gun.
Wait, is this the expensive one?
Yes.
Okay.
It is actually not that bad.
I don't even know.
Gonna catch flak. But the 2-bullet burst on the M249, as unintuitive as that sounds,
okay,
I would not try to be this salesman if it wasn't for just Harry.
Was it a misbuy?
It has to be, dude.
You think it was? Okay.
He has $0 after
But it could still be good is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Like, it's not like it's a Negev and he's going to get screwed over. There's no wind up. It has actual first bullet accuracy.
Here it is. The moment of truth.
88 bullets in the mag.
See what you can do, Stewie.
Rather more of a box. Grim's on the other side of the smoke. Stewie, what do you have for us?
Oh, baby. I can feel it.
This is going to go really well or really poorly. Grim, in the meantime, catches another kill. Maybe Stewie's just going to serve it up as a distraction because Grim is tearing them to pieces. 26 HP left for Yuri. He lines up another kill versus Grim. Stewie still unable to connect anything. The M249 not needed.
Damn it. After all of that.
What's he going to do with it?
What's going to happen? You have
traded it for the AK immediately.
Just use it. Did he?
Yeah. Oh. Already gone.
Man.
Never to be seen again.
That's so unfortunate. Some of the greatest discoveries in human history have come by random chance. This could have been the moment that the M249 made its way into professional CS as a consistent feature, not an accident. If Stewie had found success in that round.
Okay.
Oh, this Elige push is just making so much sense. He's getting damage off. He gets information. He's running head first into them. But this is how they got their opening round, okay? Elige said, I'm doing nothing on A every round. Let me go over towards B. They weaponize him to his fullest extent. He plays it more like Ethan would with the attack down Banana, taking all of these different duels, kind of working as a mercenary with the support flashes from his teammates. It ends up solving the problem, but we'll see if that's a round in a vacuum. If you talk about a vacuum, their economy got sucked up by that M249 as well. They cannot afford to lose a round right after that.
Stewie 2K gets softened slightly, and it's Nap already dead to rights. Nobody else going down for Furia other than Elige's opening kill. I think what goes wrong this time for Elige is him and Art actually trade places. Elige getting the kill on the second tee, Art challenging Elige's backline, and then they both do a 180, fight one another, and of course Art comes out on top. so Elige unable to go all the way down deep as if he had wanted to. And while Twists racks up a couple other kills, it's the 3K for Art and an 8th round for Furia. That 1-round victory for Liquid, not consistent, but rather an anomaly.
This is what you're talking about right there. And that is the name of the game. Sometimes when you get onto Banana, you've just got to have you've got to have the head of an owl. You got to be able to look around, be focused on everything. There's going to be Art coming through a smoke on one's head, Henny on the other. Communication will not save you in those moments. But now it's more of a pacifist approach here from Team Liquid after that round falls apart. Leash said, my job here is done. Goes back to the A site.
Your problem now.
Look, they're actually attacking both sites kind of simultaneously. Pressure to create space over on the A site, but it is just a round with pistols here for Team Liquid. They lose both opening kills. Bomb will make its way over towards A. It's just frantic rotations here from the CTs.
And Naf, I mean, he had his crosshair position for the Balk peak, but losing his teammate, Elige, on short, you see him try and change over, and it's at that exact moment that a player pushes out to where he was just looking. So, sure enough, even just whoever takes their first fight working well for Furia. And, oh, poor Grim. He's new here. No, Quesarado. He came all the way to Europe. And you're going to hunt him down like a dog.
Oh, they're even shooting at the front of the boiler to make it seem like he can come and find a fight. Quesarado, no reaction. $1,500 in the pocket. He's going to take that and run. That is a very clean round, topped off by a little bit of indignity. We'll just say he did it for the money.
But you really know he did it to make him cry. A little bit inside.
Yeah. Maybe take him down a notch because Grim's been such a consistent performer for Liquid.
Sure.
That being said, this B site setup has been really, really rough. Again, the only round they win is when they call Elige over to help. But that doesn't seem like something sustainable for them. They're not trying it again. This 3-person nade barrage, it looks like, has gotten Naf, Stewie, and Grim all the way down low. Elige gets a kill, but look how low all the CTs are. Okay, and there's a frag answered back.
Naf's gonna get that off, however, into position. Has a teammate to help him in Grim. Molly hits Grim's feet, he burns. Vinny and Art with the utility damage. Naf ejects from the coffins now, just trying to play that CT cross. He's got a teammate coming over in twists. There's a flash for this peak if he wants it. Vinny keeping him honest. Quesarado, Henny, and Vinny all on the site itself. A desperate jump to the depths of dark. Now Naf's gonna go have to peek wider. If he shoots through coffins, Vinny's dead. Just trying to find his elbow. Naf eats the flash. Here's the peek from Vinny. He gets a double, shutting it down. Nice bit of patience, but who's flashbang?
My God, unbelievable composure. Vinny doesn't move a muscle. Even if he had shoulder peeked, jostled at all, he would have gotten off by Naf. Naf, you could see it. He could smell him. He knew he was right on that corner. Look at this. That gives him a new meaning to the red carpet. He is not welcome. Runs out, face plants into the wall, and this is Vinny doing enormous work here with his AK, coming out with a spray, and again, they get just destroyed inside of B. They can't win on Banana. They can't win back in the site. They can't win with opening kills. They just can't win.
Yeah, I've got a hunch after this half that those Team Liquid stats are gonna take a beating. Desperation starts to sink in as they get aggressive in mid. It's Furia with a 10-round lead, 11 on this T side. Vinny 12-5, Art 11-7. Everything is going perfectly for Furia.
It's an absolute clinic. Overpass looks so difficult there for Furia, but now they're more in their comfort zone. And yeah, it was a new pick into the veto. It makes sense. But besides the map that they do not play, which is Dust 2, Overpass, they've only got a 50% win rate on it. It's their second worst map in that sense. So maybe it was a one-off. We'll see.
Great grenade damage out the gate here for Furia. Elige down to 22. Double op setup, of course, for a Liquid. One of those operas currently inside of pit, but this death ball from Furia just running side by side. Elige goes for a bit of a peek. Will find an opening kill. It's a 5v4, instantly taken down a peg and right back into even. Vinny through the smoke finds the headshot. Grim takes his place. He hears these footsteps, but it's still being watched. Can't be stopped. K Serato drops bomb. And Grim, well, now he's got Twists to come and help him, but both those players die. Furia off the man disadvantage, take it back.
Come on. How does Grim even die in that spot? It just was so click. He looked so clinical when he hit the first burst. We thought it was going to be a classic Grim round where he just goes ahead and multi-frags. That is so unfortunate for Stewie. I don't know if he actually clicked and then switched, or switched by accident, or was just going to move after that smoke bloomed. Either way, it was the perfect timing there for Furia, the perfect storm for Team Liquid, and now they're just, I mean, they're scrambling to even get 3 rounds here, and they're back on pistols.
Art's gonna, I was gonna say instantly clear Grim, but Stewie lays down a little bit of cover fire. That's an AK for Grim.
Okay, Elige is going house hunting. He's made his way through the apartments. He doesn't like this one.
Well, hey there.
Sees another customer.
Doesn't like the neighbors. Just gonna look somewhere else.
He's gonna find a new neighborhood.
I don't know about this place.
Well, okay. This is now a very, very well-timed flank.
Mm-hmm.
The CZ, of course, the damage fall-off is pretty great, so he doesn't want to blow his load too early. The CTs are out here getting kills, and he'll make the most of it. Of course, it's an eco round to help them pull out the second.
Elige getting so aggressive that he finds that back line. Definitely helps, of course, that we get Grim and Stewie laying it down on the B site. Stewie 2-1 deeks, and Grim a frag off of that picked up AK. Good CZ control, considering sometimes it lets you down. But a final round here for Furia. 12-3, 13-2. Does it really make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they can just afford to lose rounds. Look, even on this T-sided round on Inferno, where people do not even buy ops, Art is, and Henny are double opping. So it's like they can go for a gimmick here. What the hell is this? Henny, he's gotten 2 kills with his op, plus the molly kill, all on Banana. Hasn't even seen anybody.
Yeah, a little pissed off about that flank last round. Henny takes it by control. Twists, nice. Talking about the control, sprays into the 2 heads of Art and Yuri. Naf's about to get tested. 94 HP, doesn't matter. He was blind. And he smokes out his own molly so that he can fall into the B site alongside Twists. They could just leave. Furia, they've got options.
How'd they get back into this? An amazing spray down from Twists. Second guy to peek him took a few too many bullets to shoot at Twist, but of course you got to give him credit. He was in the middle of killing somebody else. That's Twist's 9th, and Nafly's 4th kill. Really struggling to frag. It feels like Alicia's had the most impactful kills and most impactful rounds, and that's about it. Furia, they've got an open site. Liquid gamble hard, hoping that it's going to be a B site hit, but Furia are the ones who are on the hot streak. They'll get the free plant off on the A site. 2 CTs will have to come back and win this, and it looked like it was going to be a round for Liquid, but their hopes are quickly diminishing.
Knowing how big of a task they have ahead of them once we switch sides. This third one could pull back a little pressure. Henny, ready to peek up, instantly deletes Twists. Naf's position known, but he's gonna still be able to get the kill. It's Vinny versus Naf, and this has been a matter of Inferno. He's just gonna play with Nafly, rounding the boxes and getting his back turned. 13 rounds for Furia. An absolute masterclass on the team's T side. Team Liquid fans, you might want to look away.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, this is harsh. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, go forward. 3 seconds. Close it again.
What's going on?
It's closing and opening. Nice.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, that was so hard, man.
Furia felt a little upset about the way Overpass ended, and I think they're taking their frustrations out on Liquid at the moment. A 16-6 first half from Vinny, leaving the score 13-2.
If either team win this, they go above Astralis in terms of odds to get to the fall final. So this would be an enormous victory for either team in this situation, and it's very unlikely that they can make it without a win here and now. At this point, Furia was such a lead, and the ability to look forward to Mirage makes this a scary situation for Team Liquid. With a pistol, even a streak here in the beginning of the second half, it's going to be incredibly difficult to come back. And it's not like Furia are going to be any shyer here on the CT side.
Two smokes flash and a frag for Furia.
Yeah, they've got actually a similar CT setup except for the pistol, leaving Arch just wide open. I've actually got a funny thing about that. I'll save it for the anti-eco.
Well, now I'm curious.
It's about twists.
Grenades being thrown out onto Arch. Sure enough, flashing over top of their own smoke. Vinny blinded by it. And, well, he's just going to hang out in the library. Elige hits him with the drive-by. But we've got Henny actually committed to the tree here, and Yuri drawing the attention away from him. But Grim will not fall for your tomfoolery. Grim is so impactful in the pistols for Liquid.
Yeah, such a solid point. Definitely. His impact is known. Okay, Art will get one kill. Still 2-on-5 situation. Don't know if Caseroto's been spotted, but they've got CT on lockdown. And finally, the trades will come out in favor of Liquid. A very clean round for what it's worth. I was just going to say, for a twist, he actually... So I asked him once because there was a strat that Liquid did where Arch was wide open. He called this A-Rap strat. And then I asked him about it. He said, actually, yeah, I did call it. And he said it's just because teams are just not playing players on Arch on the CT side at all, because sometimes they just get lost in the rotations if they get swarmed, and they actually like to stack over 3B and 2A. And it's funny that we got the exact same round out of both teams from both perspectives. The Arch split to B versus 3 players on the B site in CT, on the CT side, excuse me. And both times the T team won. But no kind of gambles on the meta. They both wanted to fight in a similar way.
The Arch exploits. Well, if Arch wasn't clear enough last round, it is absolutely evacuated here in the 17th. Furia got to put that Mag 7 up close. Oh no, Grim. Grim, you don't realize.
He just mollied sandbags. Holes.
He's going to get flashed around this corner, but that Mag 7 could absolutely bust him open. Let's see it. Art looks away as well. No peek off of the first one, so Art goes right back into the counter flash. Joe! No way! Just blows Stewie's head off. And while Naf will trade onto Art, it's Yuri to get another. Elige's AK trying to rattle it back, but he's on 35 HP and they evacuate. They sprint away. Towards the A site they all go.
They're getting chased down. It's a 3 push from the CT down B. The Ts will take no time to check their flanks or clear their corners. How will they fight this? The plant will go down kind of in a safe position here. CTs will overtake halls. I don't know. I guess they're actually not even going to go for it, interestingly enough. Going to look to see if there are any good guns maybe dropped at the top of Banana to upgrade to. Yuri immediately drops his Galil, which makes you wonder. For a Mag 7. Did he have a Galil? Maybe he was the only one without a gun there. But this is a round close call here from Liquid. I don't know if I should be celebrating shots like that.
Yes, we
Can't help but get excited. But Jesus.
I'm all for it.
All right.
Because if Stewie's any further back, that ain't gonna happen.
He'll probably kills him.
Well, he'll take a little damage. He'll take a little damage.
The Mag 7, it's 100 damage or 0.
It's kind of wonky.
Yeah.
I hope we get it on the replay. Ooh, nice camera angle.
He's going to be so tilted after that. At least he didn't have to see it. He's going to assume Art swung out wide and Grim didn't cover him. All right.
Let's see it.
3 rounds to close the map, but Liquid with a pistol, conversion. They're getting at least a little bit back into the rhythm. Really flash out towards mid to deny any peek here. Yuri will fall back. The CTs will move down. They've got some good grenades here. Kind of the EG mollies down mid to take control of things. No smokes in response from the T side. Art gets in between a window molly, which could be huge, but he does only have a mag 7, so he won't be peeking out of it or defenestrating himself. Instead, he'll sit here. And again, just constantly these little microaggressions to call out information. Oh, you're pretending you're getting map control? Let me take a look.
Show me your hand. Vinny from the corner is cleared. That's one of the rifles down for Furia. So now just really Caserado and Art really better well equipped. Elige finds one crossing in the open. Make that both of the rifles removed. And Team Liquid, despite getting a couple of kills in this direction, do not want to deal with the B site in the off chance it's as heavily stacked as it was last round. Art may paint the walls with them. The mag 7 can be nasty. Stewie's gonna take the buckshot to the chest, and Twists gets the rest of his HP down to 0. Yuri, remember, those Galils are still retrievable. Even the second one at the base of Banana if Henny wants to take a risk, but it's a 5th round for Liquid, getting a slight taste of victory in these last few rounds, trying to make a more respectful scoreline. The pistol and consequent conversions to the 13-5.
Yeah, it's nice for what it's worth. Twist is a very good Halls lurker on the T side. Is very consistent, is so good in all these positions to fight out of the halls. It's a difficult spot to play, and it's usually a path walked alone on defaults, and he'll usually be able to, win his 50-50 duel. His form is definitely looking great in these past couple of series, so I expect him to perform well. Of course, the rounds won't come down to him. He's just more of a guy to help them continue on with like an A exec or something, but unless they default in there, he might not get much action. On the other side of things, this is some good careful angle clearing here from Grim and company. Support of a flash, very aware of Vinny's position at the bottom of Banana. But now with the upgrade into some better weaponry here from Furia, the real test begins for Team Liquid.
Let's see whether we get that all-out brawl or maybe a little more tempered aggression. 4 CTs for the B default. Art misses his first shot, and Vinny, well, he gets blown into tomorrow by the frag grenade. Art missing a no-scope. Henny's trying to bail him out of trouble, but it does not work to the favor of Furia. They are already sitting in the 2 versus 4 as we hit a minute 30.
Watch everything flip, and it's just their T sides that are the things we just continue to talk about from this series on. Well, actually, I mean, this is for the whole event. This is it, the finals day. But some very good trades. Art barely misses on 2 players running up and can't even fall back on a follow-up shot. Has 2 more opportunities, drops them both just slightly. Those trades could have made a world of difference. On the flip side, Liquid take a long time to actually trade them out, and they give some opportunities for some kills to go down their way.
Because they called to hit this B site, they are still giving a chance to Furia to win this.
That's true.
You'd think it's unlikely, but
it is Yuri.
It's going to require some efficient trading. First man's on the coffins. Yuri dodges the flash, sees the player in the back, which means we've already got one inside of the pit. It's Grim to take the first gunfight, going down, but taking Yuri to 12. It's a little bit awkward, but the bomb will still be planted. They know the threat is high, but now that Henny's died, it's really just on the shoulders of Yuri. He gets iced out by Naf, and a 6th round added to the scoreboard for Team Liquid. It is 4 in a row on this T side. Only 2 CT rounds have been won in the entirety of this second map so far.
Kind of disappointing from that perspective, for sure. All right, well, here's Stewie with the labored effort. Actually, oh my god, a really good adjustment on a Caserado. That could have definitely gotten ugly. Art stays alive there. Caserado gets the kill. It's a round that comes close in the final moments. A good gamble there with the last 2 players over towards B. Makes a lot of sense, but even Yuri and Henny, who have been amazing, can't do more than get a single kill. Bart's picking up the op again on CT side here. And it looks like he's got an open line to the bottom of Banana. What does he do with this information? Of course, he is all about information and will try to capitalize off of it. We'll come through with, man, this hard push. What is his mind working on right now? He hasn't seen anything on Banana. He pulls the full run back, but comes back into it. And as he does that, Stewie is flash peeking it. How much do they want to keep fighting him? And if they don't, are they going to feel comfortable on the A side? That's the question. 4 CTs are holed up together.
Ooh.
I know what that is now. The Minecraft death sound. Because you explained to me the noise that Floppy makes.
Floppy makes all sorts of noises.
In his Twitter videos, one of the many of the soundboards.
Grim's coming to clear out this corner. They've got 2 players positioned on Arch.
Oh, God. Oh, God. He's clearing it. He's clearing it.
Oh, he does it! Haphazardly goes into it, and Henny will still walk away with one. K-Serrato CZ, good for the apartment kill. That's huge. Yuri puts one up, and K-Serrato's got his hands on an M4. It's all on a leash. And of all the rounds we've seen so far from Furia, you're telling me this is the one they win?
They went to go clear out the bottom of Banana, but they didn't do it with the smoke. They used Stewie as a player with a flash to just jump out and clean things out. Art was spotted there, took a shot, but they didn't respect it. And they thought he left for sure. And here he is. Art looking like he's just rotating in. He was here a few moments ago, and for whatever reason, ran far out and came back. And here's a spot where Grim, it feels like coming up close to the wall. He is going to hard clear it, but then immediately pulls his smoke out. A little mistake, and they get ping-ponged back and forth between Arch and Lane. Oh no, now the nades are doing really good work. This is actually a full-on death here by Molotov to Stewie. Oh. Grim can't find the trade. Inferno is in session. He'll knock down 2 players left.
They're still going to just try and keep barreling up to the Banana. Vinny inside of the smoke finds a blinded Nafly, and he could very well take down the 4th. Vinny is on fire. 4 kills versus this one. Takes the 15th for Furia. The moment they win 1 CT round, they've got themselves a 2nd secured. Stewie burnt to an absolute crisp.
He just absolutely loves these fights. So good on these angles. Really strong B defender on Inferno. It's his specialty, dare I say it. Nicely done from Vinny. We'll go full JDM mode to take a load off as we talk a little bit about what's going on now. They're forced to buy. They just don't get to buy everything that they want. Henny looks for an opening off shot. He'll have an opportunity. And almost overstays his welcome. Punished slightly on the repeat, but not totally. 65 HP, he'll fall back now. Team Liquid looks like a full press over towards the A site, but they've attracted the attention of all the CTs. Look, it's a full-on rotate. Nobody's been on Banana. Everybody from Furia has come on over.
Goes for the peak, but Elige had already been able to extend beyond it. Good damage coming in from middle as Yuri looks to lock down Pit. Grim goes sailing through the skies, and Furia in disguise after that first map surprise and shock Team Liquid. That first half was a masterclass. And yes, maybe had Inferno been the 3rd map, then this would have been the series win. But I can understand why they picked it, because that was a dominant. And now we have questions on Mirage. Team Liquid, they showed us a solid CT side there yesterday, but the offense is always the question.
It's a strong map for Furia. They like to leave it to a 3rd. They often close on it. It's something they're strong on. Liquid should be on par. Savito is not going to be a surprise. We'll see if they can do it. It seems like the 2 teams have become very different since arriving in Europe, but there are still some questions left for both of them.